Okay. What up, you kids out there, fellow superheroes? Sorry about that. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. I know we normally start off with Noah, but you're going to have to start off with me. And John, no, I'm not going to talk about the NFL draft, if only because all they talked about during the NFL draft was Shedeur Sanders. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
It was Shedeur Sanders this, Shedeur Sanders that. When is Shedeur Sanders going to get drafted? It was rather annoying, actually, to tell you the truth, to be honest with you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our sponsors in a bit. We're going to talk about our plans that we have going on later. We're going to jump right into some product. Hope you guys are ready. Thanks so much for bearing with us. I appreciate you guys sticking it out. I want to say a huge thank you to those that went to see us in Hagerstown, Maryland this past weekend, and then also those that went to New Jersey. What was the Jersey? Was it Jersey Super? Jersey SuperCon?
JerseyCon, yeah.
So Super JerseyCon, who went to go see Joe and Di. If you didn't know, Joe and Di were going to Jersey SuperCon. It was kind of last minute. But again, they were there, and Joe was signing away. So thanks so much for those of you that went there too as well. I got to say, I was shocked out of my mind to see Scott Holla at Hagerstown. So Scott, thanks so much for stopping over and making my weekend for sure over in Hagerstown. George Copa and his son Patrick we saw at Hagerstown too as well. I had one VIP, this guy named Eric Krause, who didn't realize that his VIP did not expire. So I'm going to be emailing Eric after we finish up here, actually, or probably early tomorrow morning, just to shoot the stuff with him. Remind him of his VIP and all that jazz. All you guys know already, once you're VIP for life. Without further ado, Noah, if you're ready to rock and roll, let's get to pack number one, dude. All right, so pack number one, this is our hero pack. All right, it is $100. As you can see, obviously, we got a lot of brand new books in there. The fact that we were doing a lot of stuff in April, we wound up pushing this stream towards the latter part of the month. A lot of these books we're going to be offering individually. In fact, I think we're going to offer all of them except for probably that last one, if I'm not correct. Now we're right.
No, the last one is offered.
So we're offering all 5 of these books individually. We'll be breaking them out of the pack for a little bit of cost here and there, a little bit of cost there and back. But again, you're getting the new VCon collectible covered by Elias Chadzudis. That is the very first book that you see there on the far left. You're also getting the new pop culture pinup collectible, also by Elias Chadzudis. That is Terror and Fury Rise of the Night 2. And then you're also getting the new Wild Wild West by Mike DeBalfo. Absolutely digging that cover. You know, I'm a big fan of Mike DeBalfo. For those of you that went to Austin, you got a chance to meet Mike DeBalfo maybe for the first time or saw him for a second or a third time at certain conventions. We are huge fans of Mike. We're huge fans of all of our artists, for that matter. Speaking of Austin, Texas, our new leather and lace cover by Sonia Modis is the next cover that you see there. That is our Group Fairy Tales 20th anniversary pinup, the cover J. And then certainly last but not least, a sort of an oldie but a goodie, a Paul Green reprint. That is a 100 print run, an actual foil, a 2025 foil. That was a Black Friday cover that we did, I want to say back in 2021, 2020. Oh, there it is right there. I'm sorry. 2020 that we did. I want to say it was like Robin Hood Vigilante, maybe something like that. I don't know. That was an older cover that we did way back when. All right. Please let me know if you guys are not hearing this, like everything we're not projecting correctly and so forth. Because again, we had some technical difficulties to start. Also, too, we're going to be talking a little bit about our free comic book day blast that we have coming up this weekend. We are adding on stores. We got some surprises that we're adding on to as well. I can't wait to talk about those. But it looks like Di is ready to rock. Are you ready to rock? I'm sorry, Di.
Yeah,
are you ready to rock and roll?
You can go.
I think you're right, John. I think it was Robin Hood Justice. John, I would trust you more than I trust me. I was thinking Robin Hood Vigilante 4, but I think Vigilante 4 was the Elias Chadzudis top and bottom book covers. I think is why I had those on the mind for obvious reasons. Anyway, John, thanks so much for reminding me. I think it was Robin Hood Justice. Audio is fine. Gary, thanks so much for being across the pond and letting me know that the audio is good. All right, so let's go to superhero pack number 2. This is going to be the Z-rated version of the books that you just saw. It's pretty much dollar for dollar. It's exactly the same books that you saw, but in a Z-rated. Again, $400. So you're saving yourself about $100, $125 on the pack by buying all 5 of these in one. Again, you're getting the Z-rated Elias Chad Zudas, both the VCon style, and then also the pop culture in a Z-rated, and then you also get the Wild Wild West by Mike Crome, or excuse me, Mike DeBalfo. I misspoke. I'm sorry. Mike Crome did the first 2. Mike DeBalfo doing the next 2, and then you also get the Sonia Modest, the new leather lace and latex, which we're really digging, and then certainly last but not Black Friday. Is pack only. So I want to kind of point that out. The fact that is pack only, you can only grab that book in the pack. So if you're interested in pack number 2, or you're interested in that Z-rated version of the Robin Hood Justice that John pointed out, you have to grab pack number 2 in order to grab that book. Holla, dude, you shocked the crap out of me, dude, in Hagerstown, dude. It was a very pleasant surprise. What do you got, Ty?
Is that Mystere or Carrie's?
Is that a who?
Mystere.
Mystere. Are you talking about for
the Wild West one?
The Wild Wild West? I'm going to say that's Belle as well. If it was Mystere, she'd have something on her face. So I think Mystere is to her left. Right? I'm sorry?
Mystere's the second one. And you think
Mystere's the second one.
I would say Alice, Mystere, Belle, Robin.
Yep. Yeah, definitely Robin on the last 2 for sure.
Sorry,
and then
Gary.
Mystere on number 2 for sure. Yep. All right, good stuff, dude. The Wild Wild West is not Karis, Gary. We are thinking that is Belle, if we're and being pretty sure on it. If it was Karis, she would have something under her eyes. That would almost definitely be a dead giveaway, because I would say we rarely ever do anything not with the eyes with Karis. Are we good now or now? Okay, cool. All right. So that is pack number 2. Eric, once again, I want to say thank you to Eric, who's one of our newer VIPs down in Florida, down in FLA. Eric, if you want to go to Dalton, Georgia, dude, to come meet me face to face, dude, I'm going to be down in Battlegrounds in Dalton, Georgia, which is not too far of a drive from you, maybe a few hours up the road. All right. Once again, we are going to be announcing all of our stores that we're doing for Free Comic Day, and then also I got some Pleasant Edition surprises on there too as well. Some stuff that I don't think is going to be on the graphic. All right, let's rock on. Hang on, I'm sorry. Let me give you a chance to get back in your superhero chair there. All right. So let's. Did I make pack number 1, Marco? There's no question you did make pack number 1. Yes, Marco, you are good. He's Marco. Can't believe me. Marco, first of all, I love you. I love saying your name, dude. I'm a big fan. All right, big fan. All right, we also, that's the other thing we did, dude, is you guys were talking about the harem this weekend. We ironed out the harem, dude.
Oh,
we did. Really? We ironed it out. So Hala took himself out, much to my chagrin.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this. All right, because, the last stream we were doing this, Scott was like, I don't want to be in Jason's harem. I want to be in Sarah's harem. Wow. And I don't know if Sarah was actually even starting a harem, but I think Scott was trying to suggest that she should. All right, so I got Mike Crome. All right, this is in no particular order. All right, I got Mike Crome.
Okay.
I got Coco Aspen.
Okay.
I got Elias Chad Zudas. I got, oh no, I'm struggling. I got Larry. Larry's jumping right in for Scott. I'm debating on Copa, but that would make 6. I can't remember my 5th now, dude. Oh, Drax, and I got Drax, dude. All right, Drax, Elias, Chrome.
Drax, Elias, Chrome.
Coco Aspen. Right, and then by association, I get Sonia Modest too. By association, dude.
Okay.
All right, I'm just saying she doesn't have to work in the harem, but Coco does.
Okay.
All right. Coco, you got to work out there, dude, if you're listening. All right. What exactly, Tony? We'll talk about the harem in a little bit. All right, dude. The harem implies bad things, but I want you to know this is a harem all about trying to
people Jay loves.
Get right. These are the artists that I love. These are the men that I love. These are men that are going to bring women into our harem. Like we're this very good. Like think about Mike Crome and his accent, dude. All right, he's the Australian James Bond. I find him completely irresistible. I'm figuring the ladies find him completely irresistible. This is the kind of guy, like, you want to hang on. You did this in high school. Were you ever friends with a girl just because she was kind of cute? Like maybe she maybe get the better looking guy out of the group, but you would get the second or third better look.
No.
You never did any of that?
No,
Because I
I
can tell you
never
right now,
did
I
that,
knew a lot of
sorry.
girls in high school that did that. All right, but then again, you didn't go to Abington.
No,
So
I
that could have
didn't.
been it. Right. Where'd you go? You went to
I went
McDevitt?
to McDevitt.
Right. I can tell you right now, a lot of Abington girls did that. If there are any Abington girls listening, I'm sorry and I apologize. But I know you did. All right. All right, let's rock on, dude. Let's go to book number one. Book number one, we promised it. It is the Elias Chadzudas. If you're interested in the Elias Chadzudas, first of all, this includes the free trading card. The pack does not, right? All right, so the book itself includes the free trading card. This trading
You
card.
get the trading card in the pack.
Oh, you do get the trading
For
card in the
this,
pack.
yeah, you
All right,
get
so if you
this.
bought pack number one,
You get this.
the trading card is coming to you as well. All right, so again, book number one, covered by Elias Chadzudas. This is our VCon collectible. It is Jungle Queens. All right, dude, that we're doing here, a little theory going on here. The book itself is Terror and Fury, Rise of the Night, issue 3. It's cover G. Happens to be a $199 print run. I can tell you right now, normally when we do $199 print runs, they're normally anywhere from $25 to $30. Here you are saving $10 by buying it in the stream. So obviously an absolutely fantastic time to get a discount on the book. All right, Joe, I'm mad at you, Joe. Joe told us he was going to Hagerstown and then never wound up going, dude. All right, Joe, I'm mad at you, sir. All right, I can see like maybe you bugged out because you wanted to watch the Cowboys blow another draft, and they did. All right, they took some offensive lineman fool in the first round instead of taking that receiver, dude. They should have taken Matthew Golden, dude. Matthew Golden is a stud. All right, I'm not going to talk about the Dallas draft, just like I'm not talking about the Eagles draft. All right, but again, Joe, missing you in Hagerstown, dude. You had an absolutely fantastic time. The con was really, really awesome. It was a little compact and a little small, but a huge shout out to Hagerstown. They actually sponsored us out there. They actually had Zenoscope signs around the convention and so forth. Yeah, we were kind of like in like a high school, and the track was like an indoor track, and then we were all on the inside of the track, which was kind of cool. Or I'm sorry, it was college. It was Hagerstown College. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Which was really cool. So again, that is book number one. Nobody wants to talk about the Dallas draft, 100%, Eric. I couldn't agree with you more there. Once again, dude, the NFL draft, all they talked about was Shedeur Sanders, dude. That it had to be. It was one of the worst drafts I think ever. That's all they talked about the entire freaking time. Maybe I should have stopped watching ESPN with Greeny. Greeny was like, that's all he was focused on. And then when I threw Get Up on this morning, 8 o'clock, that's Mike Greenberg's show. Again, more Shedeur Sanders, more the fact that LeBron James is going down. All right, that was a good weekend for me. All right, when the Minnesota T-Wolves take 2 out of 2 home games from the Lakers, that's a good weekend from the J. All right, dude. Sorry to all you Lakers fans out there, but I am anti-Lakers. All right, let's rock on. Let's go to book number 2. Book number 2 is Elias Chadzudas. It is the pop culture pinup. This, first and foremost, I want to point out the fact that this book is stream only. This is not going to appear on our web store at a later date. All right. The only time it would be, I would say, probably like a year from now, or maybe we throw it in a pack, or maybe we bring it to a con or something like that because it's a year later, that kind of thing. We did the same thing with those John Royal Space Punk books last year. All right. But again, if you're interested in book number 2, it is $25. It is covered by Elias Chadzudas. It is a 150 print run for just $25. The book itself is Terror and Fury, Rise of the Night, issue 2. It's cover Ellis and Larry, who is brand new to the harem, baby. Larry, you're the man, dude. Larry's I think Larry's flying home. Larry's flying home, so he's gonna give us his order later. All right. Alex, jumping back to book number 1. I'm assuming that you mean book number 1 on that, Alex. If you want to confirm that. Or if you actually mean book number 2, we're actually on book number 2. But Alex, if you could do me a favor and confirm what you're looking for there. I want to throw a shout out to Gary once again. Gary had an I didn't get a chance to talk about this with you, Di. I know Gary's one of your gals. Gary was dancing all over the place in Austin, dude. She was in her glory.
She likes.
All right, she loves these VIP events, dude. First and foremost, I'm so happy that we got a spot that was good for Gary. Some fantastic artists that were good for Gary because she's really in her element when she does these VCons or when these streams. I'm sorry, the VIP events. And Gary, I want to say a huge thank you for going. We absolutely really enjoyed. Alex, no worries about that. I just wanted to confirm with you. So Alex, we'll put you down for book number 1 instead of book number 2. If you want to go book number 2, dude, 2. All right, go crazy. I like it. All right. So again, that is book number 2 by Elias Chadzudis. And again, try and keep in mind that is stream only. So the only place to grab it is right here and now. In fact, if you're looking for any past pop culture stream only books, make sure you shoot me an email. Thanks. No, you're reading my mind, dude. If you're looking for any stream only pop culture books from past streams from January, February, March, obviously this month, obviously we're showing it to you right now. Let us know. Or let me know, or whatever, at Jake and Deals at Zenoscope, or shoot us an email at VCons at Zenoscope, and we will add those to your order. We'll get you set up for those previous stream-only books. All right, let's rock on. Let's go to book number 3. Book number 3 includes a free metal card. Once again, we have figured out this is a cover by Mike DeBalfo. We've also figured out we think it's Bell. I dig this cover because, first of all, I'm a big fan of Mike. All right, I don't know, dude. Can I go past 5?
I don't know.
That's the question. Right?
I don't know.
This is a connecting cover for Mike DeBalfo, right? Any of these books can be purchased again with the metal cards with them. The first 2 were covers by Mike Chrome, absolutely slamming, and then the next 2 were Mike DeBalfo's. We're not going to tell you who is May and June, but I'm assuming it's going to be a different artist for these Wild Wild West collectibles. Something we're really excited about. Something we started brand new for 2025. Hoping that you're digging these. This is actually Zenoscope Legends, our spring edition. So what's really neat about the Zenoscope Legends Spring Edition is it has short stories in there. I believe there's a Van Helsing in there. I think there's a Robin Hood story in there. You guys may have been asked us, like, are we discontinuing the storylines on those gals? No, we're not. We're just, throwing them in here and there or whatever, kind of leaving you teased with them and so forth. We also have a Killer Cobra story in there, if I'm not mistaken, too, in our spring edition. That's out in comic shops. I think it's out. Is it out this Wednesday or it's out last Wednesday? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think it's this Wednesday.
I think it's this coming Wednesday, right? Will be that Zenoscope Legends. Or obviously you're grabbing the book here or whatever. Obviously fantastic, not only collectible, but readable too as well. And again, that is book number 3. So if you're interested in that bad boy, put it into the notes. And again, it shall be yours. All right, let's rock on to book number 4. It's covered by Sonia Modis. This is part of our leather, lace, and latex series. Sonia Modis and Coco Aspen. Sorry, Coco, I tend to just focus on Sonia. Again, this one also includes a free metal card, also a $25 book. So not only are you getting the book for $25, but you're also getting the metal card with. This is our Grimm Fairy Tale 20th anniversary pinup special, all right? And it is covered Jay, as in Jay was really happy to do Hagerstown this past weekend, dude. Not only did we get to go, oh my God, Di. I got a story for you, dude. Are you ready for this? Can we tell the story now on the older gentleman? This is insane. All right, you're going to lose your mind. All right, I know I probably have. I'm going to blow past the time tonight because this story is completely insane. It has to be. All 3 of us were traumatized. Okay, so we're outside of Texas Row House, right?
Okay.
And there's an older gentleman. He's not. I wouldn't say he was that old. Like he wasn't like 70s. I want to say he was in his 60s or so. Okay. But you could tell like he was just off because he's holding onto the car in the parking lot, like, like clinging onto it almost kind of like for dear life.
Right.
It's either his wife or his handler or someone he knows is in the driver's seat and she's not getting out of the car. Okay. And he's struggling. Okay. Okay. I'm talking to Noah and Sarah and we're waiting on our table, Texas Roadhouse, which I got to say has got good food, good atmosphere. Big fan. So anyway, waiting on our table. Sarah's got the buzzer. They're hooked up to her cell phone. The guy falls down. I know. So now we're like, Noah and I run over immediately. Run over to this guy.
Like fell backwards?
He falls down. His glasses come off. His hat comes off. He like scrapes a little bit of the side of his face, either on the car down. So now we're like beyond concerned. Right. Okay. So I'm literally talking to him. I'm like, everything's. Are you okay? Are you okay? I might have repeated that like 5-10 times. I'm like, don't worry about your glasses. Don't worry about your hat. Do you want to stand up? Would you rather stay down? Right. Are you okay? And he's like, he's mumbling a little bit. He's obviously pretty shaken from falling. So we get him up on his feet. He's okay. Puts his glasses on. We're assuming the person that's in the car with him is going to come out immediately.
Right.
This doesn't happen.
Why wouldn't they?
So this doesn't happen.
We're
guys.
waving her over too. We're like,
Yeah, Noah. Yeah, so
Get
we get him up, and Noah starts to walk him like into the restaurant, and he's waving her out of the automobile because she must have just seen this.
Now, is
There's
she
no
his
way.
age?
I'm sorry.
Okay, she's his age. They're about the same age.
Yes. So
Okay.
I'm assuming it's the wife.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to make that assumption, but I'm gonna say I'm about 70% sure that she's the wife. Okay. So now Noah's walking him into the restaurant, and I go back over to Sarah, and we're talking, and I'm like, oh my God, that was wacko. And then Sarah and I are looking at this woman in the car while Noah's like waving her out, and she's not coming out. So they go in to the restaurant, okay? In. She's still in the car. Sarah and I might mention it now. We're having a conversation about how crazy this was. Thank goodness he was okay, things of that nature, that type of thing. She's still sitting there. I'm like,
Waiting for their table.
did she not come with him? The door was open and he was clinging onto it for dear life, and then he went down. Like, come on, lady, get out of the car. So go ahead, Noah. You want to take over this part?
Quick pop in.
Yeah, go ahead. Come
And
here.
everyone
I'll
just
even give you the mic. So now Noah's walking him into the restaurant. I got to bring Noah in. Go ahead.
All right. So you give me, and just so you know, yes, it is National Superhero Day. This isn't how I normally dress on Monday. I just want to put that out there for the world.
Yes, you do.
Has nothing to do with the story. Point is, so yes,
You are a superhero. for what
shucks.
did,
No,
so
you were
forget
there
it.
first, dude.
I sort of did, but I saw the fact that he was going down.
Yeah,
I was
you
scared. I
had
was
clocked
scared
him.
immediately. Like I go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no. So let me just very briefly. So yes, we're waving over the lady. Hey, come get your man. Come get your man.
Come get your guy.
Hello,
Get out
hello.
of the car.
And I'm asking the guy. So where can we do? Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to your car? Where do you want to go? He goes, I want to go inside. I want to go inside. We're like,
He's
oh,
shook.
okay, well, let's get you inside. Come on, lady, come on. And she's not coming.
No.
So we get him past. Everybody's kind of like parting the Red Seas like Moses for us, right?
Yeah.
Because here come these dudes with this
Right.
old guy coming into Texas Roadhouse. He stumbles a second time going into the door frame, but we've got his back, so he's not,
Right,
going down.
right.
You're okay. You're
Right.
okay. Come on. We get him to the front counter where all the hostesses are.
Right,
And I say, can you guys please help this man? And they say, what does he need? What do you need? And
they didn't know what happened.
this son of a gun, this man has the balls to say, I placed an order online and I'm here for pickup. Right. And I freeze. I'm like, what? Am I on Punked? Am I on Jackass? Like, what the hell's happening here? And now at this point, his wife or sister or whomever has finally come in, and she's like, okay, I got it from here. And I
Almost like annoyed.
yeah, and I say, is he okay? Is everything all right? And she says, oh, he's fine. Sometimes when he sits in the car too long, his legs fall asleep. I got him from here. And I'm like, that's not what happened at all. This dude ate pavement. Like, you don't get that from like pins and needles in your legs. So so since he says, I'm here to pick up my food,
God.
the girls at the counter just assume, oh, okay, here's to pick up his food. It's right over there, sir. Go over to that other counter. So his wife
They also
takes
didn't
him.
know at this point that
I
he was
know,
falling, so-
I know. But the fact that
yeah,
he
it's
was so
a-
nonchalant
How
about
about
it.
get him a chair, like?
Yeah, like
Sit
yeah,
down.
does he need an ambulance? Does he need, medical assistance?
So his wife takes him over to the counter.
Counter
They
thing,
pick up
right.
their food. They start walking back out. Jason and I are like, we don't trust them to get back to their car. Let's just make sure that we get them there safely. So we go back outside to kind of keep an eye and make sure everything goes okay. And as soon as they get outside, they enlist the help of some other random family that's just out there waiting for their table.
Right. So now they've picked up the food. They're walking out, and she's like got a grip on the back of his shirt,
Right.
like knowing that he's going to go down again. Okay. Like maybe it would have been better just to leave him in the
Probably
car.
yeah.
Okay,
Why did
like
he
you got
get
some
out?
air. Like you should have left him in the car, lady. So she's got it. So now she walks outside. There's a young blonde lady outside, and she goes, "Do you got him?" They don't know. They don't know her.
Do I got him?
So I got right. And
Who are you?
Right. Who are you? Right. And Noah's meanwhile still trailing. I'm jumping in. So this girl walks into the car. I jump on the other side of him, and now we're walking him into the car. And he's like, "Bless you too. You guys are going to heaven. Thank you so much." Like he's still visibly
God.
shaking. Like I just don't get it. And then we spent like the first 20 minutes of dinner.
Yeah,
before we could order.
the waitress had to come back 3 times because we were all talking about it and not actually looking at
We
the
were like,
menus.
what the heck's going on here? Did that just really happen? Like, did she really have this much of a disdain for the person that she went
Clearly.
to
He
Texas
shouldn't have been-
Roadhouse with?
He shouldn't have been getting the food. She should have got out and got the food.
She should have said to him, like, listen, honey, why don't you stay in the car?
Yeah, I'll go get the
I'm glad
food.
you
It's
got a
just
little bit of
takeout.
air. Put the window down. I'll go get the food.
Clearly, he's a frequent faller. If she says,
Well, Sarah had a very good. We had a
Yeah.
couple different ideas, a couple theories about what happened. My one theory was this is just their standard mode of transportation. They just figure, all right, we'll place the order, we'll get online, we'll fall out of our car, somebody will help us in, somebody will help us back, we'll get home.
Maybe
we'll eat
they've
the
done
food.
this before. Maybe he's fallen in front of Texas Roadhouse.
Well, and that's what Sarah's idea
Right.
was. Like, did we screw up their scam or something? Like, were they going to sue Texas
Right.
Roadhouse for like $1 million or something? And we would.
Right.
And then the other idea was like maybe they were trying to pull like a Baby Jane, like she was trying to off him or something. And like we kind of interfered, and like she didn't want us to help him. She just wanted him to kind of like, oh no, he fell in the parking lot.
She's ready to collect the insurance checks.
But it was.
It was surreal.
And then there were 6 different birthday parties in Texas Roadhouse. I
Really?
gotta do it again.
That was anti-Texas
Really?
Roadhouse now.
No Texas
All
Roadhouse.
right. It was a night to say the least. All right. Sorry about that. We kind of interjected there. All right.
that's crazy.
But yeah, the guy was a little older. I want to say he was in the 60s. He definitely was not in the 70s. Like, I feel like you can tell when people are in their 70s and their 80s, they really slow down. This guy wasn't. I felt like he had equilibrium problems. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was just off balance. And he wasn't drunk. At least I didn't think so.
Well, you probably would have smelled it.
Yeah, it wasn't good. The whole situation was crazy. All right, where did we stop there? Book 4?
Book 4.
All right, we stopped at book 4. Sorry about that. We're back on track, kids. All right, let's get back to
great
the reason why we wanted to mention that story is, first of all, Noah is a superhero, dude. All right, dude.
Superhero.
I felt like we were interjecting. We were making sure this guy was okay.
That's good.
All right.
I'm proud of you.
I saw it happening before it
I'm
happened,
so
dude. I
proud
felt like
of
I was like getting my spidey sense was tingling. All right, dude.
I think that's a dad instinct.
It was, dude. It was. I was picturing my dad because my dad has fallen before. I don't know. It started bringing back memories, and I'm literally watching this guy wobble, and I'm like, oh, this guy's going down. Oh, Jesus Christ, please don't fall. And then boom, he does fall. And thank goodness it was, it was a
I was gonna say, it sounds
gradual
like a
fall.
slow,
it wasn't like it wasn't like a
it was
pancake.
like a slow-
No. It was kind of a slow fall. Like the car was kind of bracing him a little bit as he was going down.
Lord.
All right, good stuff, dude. All right, good superhero work out there by Noah and I. All right, let's go to book number 5. Thanks, Di. Appreciate that.
Proud of y'all.
All right, thank you. All right, book number 5 is going to be $40. This is the foil. This is the Black Friday cover. We have figured out, thanks to John Potton, this is Robin Hood Justice from way back in the day. So again, it is going to be printed on Grim Fairy Tales 92. Want to make sure you guys are aware of that. It is a 100 print run only for $40. So certainly a steal there. All right. Again, it is our Black Friday cover from 2020. Doing it as a reprint, making it a foil with a brand new red background. Again, a foil. You guys know the character that's on there. All right. It's one of these members. All right. And they're kind of fantastic. All right. So Grim Fairy Tales 92. All right. Again, so if you're interested in book number 5, please put that in notes. And I'm telling you right now, Tony, it was crazy. All right, Tony. And then the thing was, like, at dinner, we couldn't stop talking. We were all whacked out. We couldn't figure out how to order food.
we weren't in the universe, dude. It was surreal.
And our waitress is an absolute sweetheart. She came back to us probably like 5 times. Are you guys ready to order? No? All right. And then 2 minutes later, you guys ready to order? No? Okay. Boom. I'll come back. And then she came back again. She refilled us on the drinks like numerous times. The other thing I absolutely dig about Texas Roadhouse.
I love Texas Roadhouse.
All right. They got the peanuts, dude.
Yeah.
They gave you the peanuts and they gave you the bucket.
It's funny you guys went there. Me and Joe went to Longhorn Steakhouse
So
in Jersey.
In Jersey.
Yeah.
We should have texted you guys. We could have done a video chat. But I love the bucket and the peanuts, dude. Maybe it's a Greek thing, but I like to eat the peanuts.
Too.
I like cashews. I like almonds, pistachios. But it's something about cracking the peanuts over the bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you rub off the red stuff.
I
All right,
like
good
it
stuff,
too.
dude. All right. That is book number 5. Let's go to book number 6. Book number 6 is Blam is the Z-rated version. All right, you're getting this for $80. Not only are you getting the mini print included with but you're saving yourself $20. When this goes up on the web store, it's going to be $100. And yes, it will include the free mini print, but it's going to be $20 more expensive. All right, so if you're interested in this Z-rated version, again, Terror and Fury Rise of Night issue 3, it's cover H as in Henry, as in H as in Noah's a superhero, dude. All right, hero of the day. All right, I love it, dude. We did some good work down in Hagerstown. So needless to say, we did not go to Texas Roadhouse the second night.
No, yeah.
Okay. Now, I really dug the pork chop that I had. The fries were good. And once again, I like the peanuts. But we made sure we hit a Mexican place on the second night. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Mexican food was fantastic. All right. What did you have? You had a burrito?
Enchilada.
No, you had enchiladas, dude. No, I had enchiladas.
Enchiladas.
I think Sarah had fajitas.
Fajita.
I had a quesadilla. Have a gosh darn
And
quesadilla, dude.
quesadilla.
I had to have a gosh darn quesadilla. All right, again, that was book number 6. If you're interested in that bad boy, Gary, don't worry about it. You didn't miss much. We kept yapping the whole time. Sorry about that. So again, book number 6, if you're interested in that, the Z-rated, it is available to you. And once again, it comes with the free mini art print covered by Elias Chadzudis, my Greek brother from another mother. He is on the harem list for obvious reasons. All right, let's rock on. Let's go to book number 7. Book number 7 is going to be covered by, once again, Elias Chadzudis. It is our pop culture pinup. This is stream only. Again, same thing as we did before on the other, the non-Z-rated version of the stream only. If you are interested in the previous Z-rated or Z-rated stream only pop culture books, again, these are 50 print runs for just $100. All right, 50 print runs. Well, normally you do 50 print runs. They're normally $125, $150 or more. Again, it's just $100 on this bad boy. And again, it is Elias Hatsudis Yamas. All right. And again, Terror and Fury Rise of the Night, issue 2. It's cover M as in Mary. Brian will put you down for book number 6. Somebody is calling me on my phone. Are you out of your mind? Somebody in Pittsburgh. Should I answer it and be like, dude, are you out of your mind? You're bugging me in the street. What are you doing here? No, they're going right to voicemail. And first of all, if I don't recognize the number,
Don't
all right,
answer.
I never. Do you answer on the
Never
the
answer.
spam ones? The problem is every once in a while you're going to get a police officer, and they're going to ask you for money for charity, and I feel so bad when I say no, so I immediately have to say yes. You have to. It's a police officer, or it's a fireman, or a firewoman, or you know what I mean, or an EMT or something. Guy, what do you got?
Dude, if you ever get a chance, there's a great documentary. I think it's on Max.
Uh-huh.
It's about I guess technically scammers, but people who call on behalf of the fraternal order of the police and basically con you into supporting the police, even though it's not. It was back in like the 90s or early 2000s, so I think that there's some like protections against it now.
Okay.
It's a 3-part miniseries, and it really gets into like, oh wow, you can kind of say to your police.
I think I want to watch this, dude. All right. So speaking of scammers, I was going to bring this up, and I'm glad you brought the fact that there were scammers. All right. And this one's in Dayton, Ohio. All right. So again,
This is your.
oh, it might be Scott Holla, dude. This could be Holla. Should we answer it if it's Holla? It could be Holla, dude. Holla, are you calling me on my cell phone while I'm on a stream and you're in the stream? Are you out of your mind, sir? You can't do that, sir. Scott, no. All right. All right. So the scam that I was talking about is during the NFL. Did you hear this? The NFL draft, people are calling players, acting like they are a GM of a team to mess with them. I feel like this is the worst thing you could
That's
possibly
mean.
do
That's
to a
actually
young man
Yeah.
who is sitting there with his entire family,
Yeah, that's
possibly a
mean.
girlfriend, possibly the dog, the brother, the sister, the crazy uncle, the crazy
That's
aunt,
so
what have you. And they're getting a call on their cell phone saying, this is Howie Roseman from the Eagles and we're going to draft you.
I don't like
Dude, that is the worst thing. I think if you know anybody that's doing that,
That's
please
mean.
slap them upside the head. You can't do that to these young men and young men. In this case, going to the NFL draft. That has got to be the worst thing I think I've ever heard. All right. All right, let's rock on, dude. That was book number, 7 we just did? All right, let's rock on. Let's go to book number 8, which is going to be the Z-rated version of the Mike DeBalfo. This also includes a free metal card. I want to point out the fact that it's only $75. It is Zenoscope Legends, our spring edition. Again, cover H's and Henry. Again, covered by Mike DeBalfo in a Z-rated version. This was part of pack number 2. So if you already got pack number 2, it's already coming to you. This does include the metal card. We want to note the fact that the metal card does not come with the pack. on this book. So again, book number 8, if you're interested in that bad boy, again, it is $75. Put it in the notes and she shall be yours. All right, let's rock on. Let's go to book number 9. That's going to be the Z-rated version of the Sonia Modis Cocoa Aspen. So again, the leather, lace, and latex. It is our Grimm Fairy Tales 20th anniversary pinup special. Cover K as in kick. Again, $75 on this one. 75 print run. It also includes the metal card. If you bought this book in pack number 2, it doesn't come with the metal card. If you want to buy in the pack number 2, you can buy these metal cards outside of the pack. So don't worry about it if you don't feel like you want to double up, spending an additional $75 on top of the $40 or $400 that you spent on pack number 2 just to get the metal card. You don't have to do that. You can buy the metal card outside of the pack and so forth. All right. So again, book number 9. $75 on that. Again, covered by Sonia Modis and Cocoa Aspen. Coco, you're in the harem, buddy. Love you. All right. I can't tell you how much of a pleasure it was meeting Cocoa Aspen and Sonia Modis. I got a great picture on my cell phone, which is never going to come up well if I try and show it on the stream. But there's a great picture of all of us, like right in front of the bowling alley, which is a really, really great pic. Literally with all the VIPs in there and so forth, and all the artists. We just really had an absolute blast of a time. If you haven't been to a VIP event, I can't tell you how much of a great time these things are. All right. So again, book number 9, if you're interested in that bad boy, it is $75. Let's rock on. Let's go to book number 10. Book number 10 is, you know what time it is, dude. It is Collectors Club time. All right, dude. So we wait on the March, April till the end of April. All right. So just to give you an idea, when the next Collectors Club book, a lot of you people are looking for the stickers. This book has the sticker. Second of all, this book is Slammin' Beyond Slammin'. All right. It is Paul Green. It's Ula Moss. Slammin'. All right. Book number 10 is $25. This is not part of any pack that we did. All right. Normally we would put this book part of pack number 1 or part of whatever the heck we would do. But again, book number 10 is a solo. All right. $25 on that. Enrique, good to see you, my friend. All right. So again, book number 10, this is the March, April version of the Collectors Club. For those of you that are not aware of our sticker program, we'll put that up in a little bit. But for right now, I want to kind of focus on the book. Can we do 2 books? Let's keep it to 1 for now. Let me see what I got on the list. What are you thinking, Di?
What?
I would say for those. Good. I'm sorry.
What do they want?
I was going to say for those of you that are thinking about doing double ups, shoot Di an email at vcons@Zenoscope or shoot me an email at jcandilos@Zenoscope, one or the other. And what we will do is we'll take a look at the sheet. I think I almost cursed there. We'll take a look at the sheet. We'll take a look at the sheet, man. We'll take a look at the sheet. We'll see what we're at quantity-wise. If we can do a double up, we will certainly satisfy it. Right now, I want to try and keep it to 1 per person because I'm seeing about a good 70 some odd people in the stream. And if all 70 people buy it, I can tell you right now, we're probably not going to be able to do double ups because we're going to get some people that are going to watch the stream tonight or possibly tomorrow. We got some people traveling. They're traveling back from Hagerstown. They're traveling back from New Jersey. Maybe they're flying south, flying west, what have you, that kind of thing. And they're going to watch the stream at a later date. Because again, literally, we were driving home last night doing 80 miles per hour on the turnpike. Dude, I was flying. All right, dude. I got behind some Mustang, some SUV.
Geez.
They were doing 75. They were doing 80. And I was like, dude, if you're doing 80, well, I'm following you. All right, so I wind drafted them, dude. But I did get one guy.
Like
this one guy was in his, I don't know what he was in.
It was like the blue dude.
The blue dude. He passed us
Remember that
once,
blue dude,
and then he slowed down. I hate that when people pass you and then they slow down right in front of you. And then they immediately get over and slow down. I'm like, dude, if you're not going to continue doing 80 when I'm doing 80, but you're going to go 85 to pass me and then get in front of me and do 75, I'm going to give you the bird. All right, dude. I get real aggressive. All right, dude. I don't know. I'm a little. I want you to know Noah's been tainted by the Philly drivers now. Noah's been tainted. He told me he drives a lot more aggressive now because of his travels into work, travels to the cons that we do, and so forth. Maybe I'm a bad influence on him.
No.
I would say one of my favorite things to do when I'm driving is change lanes. I like to change lanes. I do. I zoom around. I can't say I do the flying across 3 lanes. I never do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I don't do that.
And you
all
do
right,
it in the
I'm talking
van?
about like If I got room and it's in the van, I'm changing lanes, dude.
Oh my God, you're
I like changing lanes. All right, I'm a fan. All right, good stuff, dude. Be aggressive. Sunday, you know what I'm talking about, dude. All right, appreciate that. All right, so again, book number 10. We're going to keep this to one per person. This has the sticker. No, do you have a chance to throw up? There it is. Thank you, sir. So this is the Sticker Collectors Club 2025 board. If you do not have this board in your possession, all right, please shoot me an email. Please shoot us an email at VCons. And what we will do is we will put it on your order for sure. From what I understand, these are still going out with every order. Some of you may have like 3 and 4 and 10 of these things. All right. But if you don't have this board and you're interested in grabbing this board as far as the stickers are concerned, so that is the January, February. If you want to add the January, February Collectors Club book to your order, you can. All right. Again, same thing. Shoot us an email at VCons. Shoot me an email at Jake and Deals or whatever, and we will get that book out to you along with the March, April. So what you're doing on this Collectors Club is you are filling out different sections. There is a holiday section. There is a fairy tale section. There is a catch-em section. All right. And each one of those sections have 12 books, one per month that we're doing. And if you've missed books from the holiday section, if you've missed books from the fairy tale section, if you missed books from the catch-em section and so forth, shoot me an email, same thing or whatever, and I'll make sure we hook you up. All right. As you fill out these sections and you fill out a lot of your board, you're able to get unlockables at the end of the year. All right. And there they are zoomed in. So these are the Paul Green unlockables. These covers are only available. All right. And I say only. All right. You're not going to see these on the web store. All right. You may see them at a future VIP event next year, that kind of thing, or something like that, possibly maybe 2 years down the road or something like that. But again, these are unlockables. These are only available when you fill out your sticker board. You fill out one section, you can get a book. You fill out 2 sections or something like that, you can possibly get a 3rd book. You fill out everything, you're going to get the Z-rated version or something like that, whatever it is. But anyway, the directions, the rules and so forth that are on there are literally on that Collectors Club sheet. If you do not have that sheet or whatever, let us know and we will hook it up. All right. Yep. Don't forget about, there's also the, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that. There's also the wildcard stickers. Yes, holiday. Did I say holiday? I don't think I said holiday.
How's being holiday?
Yeah, how's being holiday. All right, how's like, you know what? I'm gonna start calling Hollow Woody Woodpecker, dude. He's like the. All right.
I'm fairly confident that was him that called you. The second
yes,
time.
right. All right, Scott, I got your cell phone now, dude. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call you at 2 o'clock in the morning. You better make sure you turn your cell phone off. All right, dude. All right, because I can go Woody Woodpecker mode on you too, brother. All right, it works both ways. Scott, I don't know if that was you that called me, but I'm going to double check my cell phone versus what's in your account. All right, dude. How to pay yo? Drakis, thanks so much, man. Appreciate that, dude. All right, let's rock on, dude. Let's go to the lace version of that book, which is book number 11. All right, so if you're interested in book number 11, this is not part of any pack. All right, it is $50. It is a 125 print run covered by Paul Green. This book does not have the sticker. If you're looking for the sticker, you need to buy book 10. All right, buy book 10. Scott, I figured it was you, dude. Scott, I got your cell phone number now, dude. I don't know why you wanted to do that. All right, you're risking. You're throwing caution to the wind right now, dude. All right, yeah, there's going to be retaliation, sir. All right. So again, and I'm going to call you at inopportune times, sir. All right. I'm thinking like, I can't call you like 5 in the morning. I got a feeling like you're just like me. We get up early because we can't sleep that late. You know, maybe you got to get out. You got to get out of bed. You got to go to the bathroom. That's me. I always wake Noah up when I wake up like literally 5 times in the night. I'm always worried about waking up Noah. What's odd is too is like,
I just got to bring headphones. Like, it's my own fault.
You know, well, what it is too, which is amazing, is you sleep really well on the first night. You're out like a light. I never sleep well at a hotel on the first night. I don't. I'm tossing, I'm turning. I get up to go to the bathroom. I'm like I'm out of bed like probably like 6 times. But I'm real quiet though. That's the one thing I'm good at. I'm real quiet other than when I'm snoring. All right. But then on the next night, I'm completely exhausted now because I'm 54. All right. So now I really got to crash. So I'm probably going to bed at like 9:30. I think I was out by like 9 o'clock on Saturday night. Wow. And now I'm snoring like a champ. All right. I wake Noah up. I get Noah up to the point where Noah has to leave the room. He leaves the room. He goes out to the car. Now, I don't know if he was trying to sleep in the car. He gave me some excuse or whatever. He had to get something in the car. I know it's because I'm snoring too loud. All right. Yeah, but what's amazing is Noah and I have fallen into routine at these cons.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we did. Right. We like a good meal. We like a good beverage.
Yeah.
We're a big fan of Miller's
Hell yeah.
in MegaCon. All right. We like a little zingers.
Yeah.
All right. What I also found out was bad was Noah's first experience with his fiance was bad at a Miller's.
Really?
They gave him bad food. And Noah's been talking up, like, you know, all of our great times at Miller's.
She heard all about how much fun Jason and I had at Miller's in Florida.
No.
Right.
And wanted to go to Miller's herself.
Right. Psyched.
And it was terrible.
And it was bad.
It was a bad trip.
And the waitress is bad.
Oh, that sucks.
That's not good. When the food's bad and the waitress is bad, or waiter,
that's
you know what I mean?
not good.
Yeah, it's not a good combo there.
No.
All right, good stuff. All right, this is book number 11. So again, we've fallen in like a couple, or like we're like an old married couple, Noah and I, which I absolutely dig. Like, you know what I mean? If I want to go to bed by like 10 o'clock, 10:30, Noah's not going to pull a Dave on me and be like, "Jay, we got to go to a bar. You know, we got to go to a bar and do shots." All right, I don't want to do this at 54 years old. Not that I won't in New York, because your husband will drag me out. But at least that's only one con I do per year, or San Diego.
Right.
You know, 2 cons per year that I get dragged out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right, good stuff. Let's rock on, dude. No, what's a divorce? Probably. All right, because I snore. All right, and I'm not a great roommate. All right, let's rock on. Let's go to book number 12. All right, book number 12 was also not part of any pack. This is Grim Fairy Tales 95. It's cover H's and Henry. This book does not have the sticker. Remember, book number 10 is the one with the sticker. So if you're looking for the sticker board, you are looking for book number 10, put book number 10 in the notes, and we will put you down for it. Stephen, we got you covered. Wait, hold up. There's a woman out there that wants to. Yes, Scott. Yes. All right, Woody Woodpecker. And she's a lovely gal. All right. One of these times we'll have to bring her on a stream, dude. No? You don't think so?
Maybe.
Show off your fiance on a stream. She is a delightful gal. We met her numerous times. But again, book number 12, $100. And also you're getting married this summer, right? October, Noah's getting married. All you single ladies out there, it's over. All right, come October. All right, you got to make the move now. Now is the time to grind.
It's over.
It's over. It's done. It's done. There's no chance.
No,
it's over. All right, it's true. It's true. All right, so book number 12, again, $100 if you're interested in that bad boy. That's another thing I got to talk about with you guys. I saw a phenomenal 30 for 30, dude. Like ridiculous. Remember I told you about that 130 for 30?
Yeah, I still haven't watched that.
Did you watch
No,
it?
I didn't watch it yet.
You got to watch it with Danny, dude.
I will.
It is on the ladies basketball team, and I think it's the first time the ladies played for in the medal round.
Right.
And these ladies are just amazing stories. Like each individual woman had, just amazing people. And the coach was this, it wasn't Pat Summitt, but it was like, she was a hard ass though. Like she was just a pain in the butt as a coach. But I guess you got to be kind of a pain in the butt or whatever to be that good of a coach. I want to say a huge congrats to my man Gino, who won it with UConn. Are you anti-UConn? Gino's an Eagle guy.
Right. So
all right, go ahead.
He actually coached at McDevitt.
He coached McDevitt, right?
Yeah, he coached at McDevitt. So I'm not.
Does her mic work now, or do I have to do this?
Yeah, it should be working.
All right, her mic works. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. So I was rooting for UConn this year because I do like
Paige
Paige.
Beckers? I like Paige Beckers as well.
I think she's a hard worker.
I think she's hardcore.
And
yep.
she
Plus
had
the
a lot
fact
of
she got
setbacks,
injured.
all those injuries she had. So I was actually rooting for her
to
win. So I like, and they all love him. So he's got to be a great guy and not just a good coach.
Well, he comes across as like this kind of like, I wouldn't say he comes across arrogant, but he comes across like kind of standoffish, like a Bill Belichick kind of style coach. Like, like I know more than you do. Don't ask me stupid questions kind of thing.
Right.
But I think he's an absolutely phenomenal coach. Plus he's an Eagles fan.
Like I said, the kids all love him. The
girl, they do. Paige Beckers is like, yeah, she's like, I'm completely in love with him. Sometimes he drives me crazy, but I love him. Right. And that to me is a great coach.
Yes.
When you love your coach, but at the same time they push you so hard that they drive, that your coach drives you nuts. But he's the best coach or she's the best coach or what have you that you've ever played for, that kind of thing. I love it when those gals say that. That's awesome to me. All right, let's rock on, dude. That is book number 12. Put it in the notes. All right, so we have some superhero spotlights. What? Superhero spotlights, dude. Superhero spotlights are going to be some older books. We are doing for some crazy low prices. All right, so be ready out there. Be ready on the trigger. Do not jump the gun. All right, if you just put a code in at random, thinking, all right, I'm going to grab this because it might be $5, it might be $10. I am going to veto it on principle. You cannot go back and forth. All right, and we're going to do this like Jay style. All right, so if we have 25 to sell, you can do double ups, but again, I'm gonna satisfy the 25 that buy it first. But if we do double ups, all right, so let's do it that way. So code 1 at random. Drakus, already you're in the penalty box. All right, dude, I'm putting you in the penalty box, dude.
Take the condom away.
Dude, that's speaking of which, dude, have you watched any of the Washington? Who are they playing? A Montreal series.
No.
Dude, they have been taking each other's
No.
heads off. Holy guacamole, dude.
I haven't watched
Ovechkin
hockey.
So I want to say a huge congrats to Ovechkin, who just broke Gretzky's goal total, which is an unbelievable accomplishment in its own right. Huge kudos to Ovechkin for doing that. Ovechkin took somebody's head off in like game 4 or something like that. I mean, he ran him over, dude. Go Habs. So I hear what you're saying, Rob, but I can tell you right now they're going down. All right, Washington's up 3-1, and they're not looking back. But then again, I think Washington's like the 1 seed. So Montreal, they were going to have a hard time no matter what. But this series, I'm sure Rob is watching and can testify to exactly what I'm saying. It has been physical. And I mean like knocking people on the bench,
Really?
like out of play, physical, grabbing somebody while they're on the bench and dragging them down when everybody else is exiting the ice. Like majors going on all over the place, fighting. I mean, it's blood and guts.
When's the next game?
It's
I gotta watch this.
it's going nuts, dude. Ian knows what I'm talking about. That series has been absolutely crazy. Rob, you're clinging, sir. You're clinging. Hey, I understand Le Habs. All right, I understand the fascination with Montreal. That's your squad. All right, the Expos have moved. You got no baseball up there, and hockey is it. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're in trouble, dude. Washington is looking really, really good. All right, let's rock on, dude. All right, so we got some superhero spotlights. Ready? Noah, fire number 1, dude. All right, so this is superhero spotlight book number 1, or SHS number 1. This was a book that it was $20. This was a Friday, all right, a Black Friday from 2023. What? For $5, dude. All right, so I will do double ups, but again, if like we get 25, so first of all, I think it's 25 people that we can do. All right, you know what? Maybe I'll count that. I'll count that out too, Di.
Okay.
So if you want to put down a few people
Extra.
past it, right?
Okay.
If you want to put down a few people past it, I got a feeling that we got more than 25 of that. Only because I think I've started bringing this book to conventions now, but I've been putting it out there for like $25 or $20. All right, $5 on this bad boy. The book itself is Grim Fairy Tale 77. It's M as in Mary. It's a cover by Sunka Manaki. It is Samokin. All right, dude, you know that character. All right, Remy, my man. All right, the card guy. All right, isn't that's him? Quick, whatever the heck his name is. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so again, $5 on that bad boy. When this book came out, I think it was $20, but I think the only way to get it was you had to spend like X amount on Black Friday with us in 2023. So I don't think this book has appeared on the web store since 2023. Here it is, 2025. Bam, Gambit. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Dre. All right, so again, SHS number 1. We're going to do first 25 people, and we're going to try and go past that with double ups. But what I'll do is I will count them out for Di. So Eric, I know Eric is a little bit of a seller too as well. So Eric, if you're looking for multiples on that, let me know how many you're looking for. You can do that right here in the stream. Say SHS number 1 times 2 or times 3. But again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to satisfy the first 25, 30 people that buy it first. That kind of thing. Do we put down a couple extra names there, Di? Or we pretty much got?
We're actually good.
We're still good? Yeah. All right. So again, if you want to double up on SHS number 1, please let us know. No time to check CLZ. Gary, let us know. All right, so Eric would actually buy 4 of those if you can do it. All right, so put him down for a times 4 if that's possible. If not, we can always backtrack and say you're out of your mind. All right. So Eric, I appreciate that. Let me know that you're interested in multiple copies of SH number 1. The other thing is too, is try and keep in mind too, while I'm telling you this, is we're going to have additional people buying that book again after the stream is over. Because again, we have people traveling home from some of the conventions that we were at this weekend that actually came to see us. Whether they were coming from, going to Jersey, going home, or going from Hagerstown, Maryland, going home. All right, let me tell you something, Di.
What?
When we were driving out to Maryland, the theme from Deliverance
Oh no.
was going off in my head.
Jason's getting scared.
Really?
Because we start driving through the mountains, first of all.
Over the road.
All right, so
over the woods.
it's woods to the right, it's woods to the left. We're going up so high that our ears are popping,
Oh my God.
okay? I could have swore we saw a rest stop with a kid with a banjo, and he's going ding, 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 ding. I could have swore I saw Ned Beatty, possibly pantsless, all right? And there were bad things. All right, there were bad things going on. That's where I'm going to leave it. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. For those of you that have seen Deliverance, for those of you who have not seen Deliverance, first of all, it's phenomenal. Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds was in some great movies.
He was.
I know,
He really
dude. He was in Smokey and the Bandit. Do you ever watch Smokey and the Bandit now, though?
No,
versus
but
when you watched
Joey
it as
was
a
gonna-
kid?
Joey was going to put it on the other day. He was asking me and Joe about it. We were like, "It's a great movie," but I don't
It's
think
terrible.
we watched. Is it?
It's so
You
bad.
watch it now.
The whole thing in Smokey and the Bandit is come back good buddy. That's all they say. Now, Jackie Gleason is phenomenal. He's great. He's great. Junior is great as well. But Burt Reynolds and the guy in the truck, all they say, and then there's Sally Field, who's completely annoying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found her annoying as heck,
feel
dude.
like gotta
And I
watch
like
it now,
Sally
'cause
Field as
I
an
loved
actor.
it when I was
Dude, she-
younger.
I
was a
think I
great
think I might have had a
movie.
small crush on Sally Field too. I mean, every kid wanted to be
Wasn't
Burt Reynolds.
she Gidget?
She was.
Yeah.
So every kid wanted to be Burt Reynolds when they were a kid. All right. He had the Trans Am. He had the really good look. He was in Sharky's Machine. You ever seen Sharky's Machine?
No.
No.
On Sharky's Machine.
Sharky's Machine
sucks.
Yeah, I didn't. See
I
it.
love Sharky's Machine.
Dude, he falls in love. He
falls in love with a hooker.
Oh.
But he's a cop. He's a cop who's
Oh.
like waiting on a like call girl, and he's like he's viewing her through the window. And I don't want to spoil things that go on, but you know, there's some twists in there. All right. And then first of all, the killer in Sharky's Machine is great. He's awesome.
I don't know.
He's really
That's
good.
a little dated.
All right, dude. And then also too, there's the fingers scene, dude, in Sharky's Machine. I don't know, dude. I love Sharky's Machine because you know what it was. I think it
I
was
never
the
even
first.
heard of that movie.
It's the first movie I ever saw where there was like a hitman. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, because Sharky's Machine is old as dirt. I want to say I don't think it was late 70s, early 80s maybe, but it was Burt Reynolds either right after Smokey and the Bandit, before maybe somewhere around Cannonball Run-ish stuff, that kind of thing. All right, good stuff, dude. All right, so that was SHS number 1, dude. All right, let's rock on.
Okay.
Cannonball Run is
That
funny.
was
That's
great.
different. The Cannonball Run is really good. That has a bunch of great actors, and it's funny. All right. Smokey and the Bandit, again, other than Jackie Gleason, it's just bad. All right, let's go SHS number 2. All right, so same thing. All right, if you're interested in buying multiple copies of SHS number 2, please put down SHS number 2 times 1, times 2, times 3, whatever, that kind of thing. It is, once again, a Black Friday cover. It is our 250 print run. Smoking! All right, Grim Fairy Tale 77. It's cover O as in oh my God, Sun Kamanaki has crushed it on this cover. All right, once again, this is a book that was only available during our Black Friday sales in 2023. The book itself, I guess, I want to say it was $25 then, and I think you had to hit a certain threshold in order to gain access to it, or maybe I'm crazy, and you could just buy it on Black Friday 2023. But again, this is a book that wasn't on our web store, hasn't been on our web store. Same kind of thing, Di. All right, so I will do a count on this. I can tell you right now, this one, we have more than 25 to sell.
Okay.
I'm positive of that. All right, so SHS number 2. Colin, we got you covered for that. Wayne, we got you covered. Eric, I'm going to try and do 4. Appreciate it. Enrique, got you covered. Rob, good luck to your Habs. Derek, we got you covered. Trent, thanks so much for putting times 2. David Ross, good to see you, dude. First of all, David, I'm absolutely loving what your daughter's been doing lately, dude. She's putting up like a lot. First of all, a lot of her artwork. I love it when your daughter puts up her artwork, which is really cool. Obviously, I love it when she cosplays and stuff like that too. So I think she was doing like a little Ahsoka something too, either last week or a couple of days ago. So huge shout out to Rebecca. She's absolutely fantastic, dude. We love it too when she works with us at a con too as well. So again, SHS number 2, it is $10. It is regularly a $25 book. Again, same thing. If you want to put down ×2, ×3, please go ahead and do so. I will try and fill as many as we can. I'm going to do a little counting tomorrow to let Di know what we can go past 25 if we can, that kind of thing. So again, SHS. All right, that's it, dude.
Yeah,
You know what it is? It's freaking. It's my ex. It's my ex and Matt and so Dean is down to like his last like 4 and 5 games in lacrosse. So Matt started sending us pictures like of Dean when he was getting into games.
Aww.
And I've gone to all these games that Dean gets into. And I knew he was. That's like today. Today I bugged out on his game. They were down 10-2. End of the third period, and I don't know if you've ever watched a lacrosse game. If you're down by 8 goals, you have no chance of coming back.
Okay.
None. Then the other thing is too is first of all, lacrosse is one of the nuttiest sports I think I've ever watched. Have you ever watched lacrosse, men's lacrosse?
I have.
They beat the crap out of each other with a stick.
Right.
It's a weapon. They're like it's like it's hockey on your feet, and you have much more control. Because you're not skating past someone.
Right.
Right? You can literally run with them the whole way and slap, 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 slap. Now, you can't hit them in the head, supposedly. You're not allowed to hit them in the head. But I'm going to tell you right now, I see kids hit in the head all the time.
Do they call fouls?
They do call fouls. Like you can get called for a cross check, but I see people get cross checked all the time.
But you don't get like put out of the game after so. Or
You
like
can.
yellow?
You can get a minute penalty. You can get a 2-minute penalty.
Oh,
You can get a 30-second penalty. They call cross checking like they do in hockey.
Right.
They'll call if you whack somebody in the head with a stick, but I can tell you right now, sometimes they don't call it.
Right. Yeah.
And you hear it. Like you hear clack. And I'm like, dude, are you going to throw a flag? Are you kidding me? And I see some of these kids get messed up. This one kid that plays on offense with Dean is Paul. And he goes, when he has the ball, he goes to hit other kids. Like normally you're getting chased when you have the ball and you're in trouble. It's like football, obviously it's kill the guy with the ball. But lacrosse or whatever, if you have the ball, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get attacked and you're going to get attacked hard. Unless you are, just backing out, like backing out of the zone or you're way behind the net and you're trying to set up something, that kind of thing. This kid, Paul, will take the ball and try and go literally right at defenders. And it doesn't matter if they're a foot taller than him. He's a tank. He is a tank. He's got the Barry Sanders legs. He's got the freaking thighs like ba-boom, the calves like ba-boom. This kid, Paul, is a freaking beast. All right. Anyway, I really enjoy watching my son play his lacrosse team play because they've had like an overtime game where they won by 1. They've had another game where they're completely dominated and they still came back and won. And today they couldn't win a face-off. If you can't win the face-off at center field, you're automatically in trouble. And they couldn't win a face-off against it was Wissahickon Wissahickon they were playing, and Wissahickon stopped us. All right. I think there might be high sticking, Steven, but what I'm saying there is a high sticking would basically be slapping somebody in the helmet with their stick. But no, you can hold your stick up as high as you want. All right, that's not high sticking. All right, and also too, you can hold your stick up as high as you would like to go, like, you know what I mean? It's no like going over the crossbar like you do in hockey. It's still a goal. Like if you bring the ball up way high and still shoot it down, it's still a goal. So I would say no, there is no high sticking. There's only high sticking if you whack somebody in the head. But again, they don't call it every time. All right, where are we at, dude? We were SHS number 2. All right, let's rock on to SHS number 3, dude. SHS number 3 is also an oldie but a goodie, also a Black Friday cover. Joe is breaking out some great sales with some of these Black Friday books, really digging them. This one happens to be Grim Fairy Tale 64, same thing. I'm going to do double ups, triple ups on this if you would like to. This one is actually from 2022. So again, this hasn't appeared on our web store probably for about 3 years. This is a 200 print run that was $40 when we first released it. Obviously, you can see the cosplay there. You know what that cosplay is. All right. Again, a superhero cosplay. That's why we're breaking these bad boys out. All right. Again, SHS number 3 is $15. The book itself is Grim Fairy Tale 64. It's cover F as in Frank. It is a 200 print run, a cover by Paul Green, an oldie but a goodie. And again, we're doing, from what I see on here, we're doing about 40 of these bad boys. So again, if you want to do double ups, you want to do triple ups, Eric, I got a feeling we can send you all 3 of these bad boys. Antonio, you couldn't be more right, dude. 2022 feels like it does. It feels like 5-10 years
Forever
ago. I know.
Mm.
Yeah. I kept saying, I forget who I was just talking about with this or whatever, dude. It was some kids. I can't remember what the heck we were talking about. I was like, dude, love high school and really enjoy your times in college first. And really enjoy that time. Because I can tell you right now, once you get out of college, boom,
Yeah.
it just flies by, dude. It does, doesn't it? Didn't it fly by?
Yeah.
It slowed down a little bit for us because we started doing those shore houses. And I feel like when we were doing those shore houses, those were a lot of fun. And those like it was a daily party or a weekly party. Like there was always something for us to do. Yeah, we were always going to the beach. We were always enjoying the time, that kind of thing. So that slowed down a little bit. But once we got out of that, dude, and we actually started getting jobs.
Having kids.
Yeah, having kids. It's gone, dude.
Flew by.
All right. So SHS number 3, but bam, college was the best, Steven. 100%.
Yeah, that's
it is. It's so fast, dude. These things absolutely fly by. All right, let's go to SHS number 4. Give me 4. How many times are we going to pass the ball? 4. All right, so again, an oldie but a goodie, a little movie club madness. All right, again, $5, dude. A 250 print run that was $25 in 2023. The book itself is Sleeping Beauty, the Nightmare Queen. It's cover L as in Larry. Again, covered by Sunku Manaki. Once again, this book was $25 when we first put it out. Stephen Neville, we got you covered one of those bad boys. Michael Ferry, we got you covered too as well. Drake, I hear you, dude. I have been alive for decades. All right, dude. All right. I'm feeling every bit of 54. All right.
That's crazy that you're 50.
That we're 50 now.
I know. I'm 52.
Ty, you don't look 52 though.
Soon to be 53. You're soon to be 55, right?
I'm gonna be 55 this May.
Yeah.
55 this freaking May, dude.
Oh, shush.
There's gonna be coming a time I'm gonna start talking to your husband about New York Comic Con. All right, there has to be somebody that can drive the van. All right, dude, I have to be taken out of that role. All right, if it can happen over the next 2 or 3 years, I would be a fan. All right, I don't know if it's Joey, I don't know if it's Sam Gio, I don't know who it is. It could be your daughter, it could be Alex. All right.
Oh, Alex, she can't drive in New York.
She can't drive
here in New York. She cannot.
I feel like this is a bad thing. Everybody says they can't drive in New York until they actually do.
I don't know.
Right.
Until you have no choice.
You know what it is my father used to conduct traffic when he would drive in New York.
Right.
So first of all, he was born in New York.
Right.
He is a big fan of the hand signals. Like, you know what I mean? He would start sticking his arm out the window. You go, no, you stay. You stay. And he would literally start yelling.
I could totally see it.
Oh, you totally can see this.
Yeah, I can.
And then the other thing is he would say to me when I'm in the passenger seat, stick your arm out the window because we're going to let the guy know in the right lane that we're coming over. And I'm like, Dad, I'm not sticking my arm out the window. One of these cabs may take my arm off.
Right.
And he's like, just stick your arm out. You're fine. Because he knew he could do it himself.
Right.
I'm like, listen, if you want to lean over and you want to put your arm out the window, you put your arm out the window, dude. So yeah, my dad was very much a New York driver, whether he was in Pennsylvania, whether he was in New York. All right,
and
he has passed this on to
him, so you know.
Well, he's passed the aggressive driving on to me, but I don't conduct traffic though. That I don't do. I'm not yelling at people. I'm not making any hand gestures, and I'm certainly not sticking my hands out the window while I'm driving. Okay, that's what the turn signal's for. Okay, you put your turn signal on. If no one's going to let you over, you don't get to go over. Okay,
no, right? That's why you put the hand out.
You put the hand, but the hand is trouble die. Okay, because if you put out the hand or whatever, they don't. You know, like if they're way too close to you, that's trouble. All right. So then, I'm turning the big 5-0. Congrats, Tony. All right, it's all downhill from here, sir. No, I'm just kidding, dude. Outside of the figure, Eric, that I will do. I'll give somebody the bird if they drive me crazy. All right, Brian, you do not even look like you're in your 40s. I've met you numerous times, sir. You are aging extremely well. All right, so again, SHS number 4, $5 in that bad boy. Put it in the notes, and we will get you guys covered for that bad boy. All right, let's rock on, dude. Let's go to SHS number 5. 5, dude, is going to be the Z-rated version. What? $35. Did we check this pricing? Damn, $35, dude. This is a $100 book. Topless. First of all, if you've never bought topless covers for you, this is screaming at you. Hey, try out a topless cover. All right. Once again, it's Sleeping Beauty, the Nightmare Queen. It's cover M as in Mary. Again, same concept applies. If you want to buy multiples on this, you certainly can do so. I can tell you right now, we got at least 20 of these bad boys we are looking to sell. So you can do multiples on this bad boy. Again, $35 for a nude. Eric, I'm talking right to you. I know you're going to order at least 2 or 3 of these bad boys. Again, $35 if you're interested in that. SHS number 5 is just $35. This was a $100 book when it first came out back in 2023. Again, we're doing movie club. Noah came up with a great idea where we can continue doing movie club. We're going to run it past Joe. All right, so maybe we can continue doing movie club because first of all, Joe would like Noah and I to do more banter, which I think actually that segment literally where we had we were talking about the restaurant with the older gentleman and possibly his wife or something like that. I kind of understand what Joe's coming from and so forth. So if we could do maybe movie club, but we would do movie club literally in the stream while we're right here.
Oh.
Okay, so we would sell books, and then in between selling the books, we could go back to the movie. All right, and then also too, this would allow me to.
How you used to do?
What do you got?
In the beginning, when we used to do these in the beginning,
We would talk about movies. I still do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I started talking about
I know
Smokey
you
the
do, but,
Bandit. I started talking about Sharky's Machine. I do this on purpose.
You
Doc.
do. You would pick a movie and you would
Right.
have all kinds of
Yes.
facts and.
So all right. So I'll give you a great movie I just saw over the Easter weekend, dude. Freaky movie, dude. Tell me if you've seen it. Companion.
No.
Have you seen? You haven't seen Companion? Companion is freaky. It's not scary, but it's just freaky. It's got some scary parts.
I'm gonna text
Companion has the dude from The Boys, who I love.
that. Okay. I didn't
Not
watch that
the
yet.
the older guy, the young kid. All right. Have
Okay.
you seen The Boys?
I haven't.
You haven't seen The Boys?
No.
All right. So put Companion on your list, dude. Companion is freaky. So first of all, the concept of it is to me is
I
awesome.
just texted myself.
I'm not gonna tell you anything about the movie, dude. Just watch it, and you're gonna be like, "What? What? All right, dude. It's freaky as Companion. Anybody see? No, it's not Corey Feldman. The dude from The Boys, dude. What the heck? What is his name? No, you know what I'm talking about? He's the main character. He's the main character in The Boys too. He dates the superhero girl. I can't think of her name. She's like Goldie something.
Jack Wade.
Is it Jack Quaid? Yes. Victor, thank you so much. It is Jack Quaid. So Jack Quaid's in it. He is really, really good. All right. And then there's the dude whose house they're staying in. He's really good too as well. And is that Orlando Bloom? I don't know who that is. But he's a really good actor too as well. So anyway, right, Trent. Now you know what I'm talking about, dude. Companion it's freaky, right? It's freaky. Don't give away the concept. Because I can tell you right now, it's really good. It's one of those movies you want to see, and you're like, what? It's like I can't say it's like an M. Night twist, but it's got that kind of feel to it.
Okay.
Like it's got like twists to it, and you're like, this is crazy, dude. All right, crazy stuff. It's Stove's kind of movie. Let me put it that way. It is a Stove movie through and through. Sorry, that gives you a general idea right there.
All right.
All right, SHS number 5. All right, but I feel like it's freaky and it's good. All right, let's move on, dude. Do we have an SHS 6 still? We're good. All right, SHS 6. Do it. Put it up there, dude. All right, so SHS number 6. Once again, $100 book. This time it's $60. This is a 99 print run. I thought it was a 25 print run. I guess that is 99 print run. All right, so the book itself is Belle Deep Freeze. It's cover Eyes and Indigo. Once again, Paul Green, a Z-rated cover from 2022. Again, if you want to do doubles ups on this bad boy, Robert, don't worry about it, dude. Let us know. You can always rewatch the stream because we're not going to go back around and do the books again, only because we got a really late start. The other thing is too is we still got to talk about our sponsors. We definitely got to talk about Free Comic Book Day too as well. But we're winding there. We're getting there, dude. All right. Are we ready to rock out? Well, we're still getting some people that are buying SHS number 6. So SHS number 6, once again, it's a Paul Green cover. You know the character that's on there. All right. So then a 99 print run for just $60. And again, same thing. If you want to do double ups on that bad boy, you certainly can. Robert, like I mentioned too, if you want to just watch the stream a little bit later, but no, I think we get started around like 6:09, 6:10 or whatever. We were having some technical difficulties. Noah and I were still driving back from Maryland. All right, dude. And once again, if you didn't hear me earlier, the theme from Deliverance was going off in my head. All right, dude, I was like, we are out in the middle of nowhere. All right, because they deceive you with this 4-state, like you're thinking like you're going to be on the border of West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, and whatever. You know what I mean? No, we're in the mountains, dude. All right, it's what they should call it they should call it 4 Mountain Con. All right, not 4-State Comic-Con. It should be 4 Mountains Comic-Con because we're driving through the mountains to get there. Then the other thing is when we were winding through this one path to get up to the mountains, it turns into a 1 lane.
Oh,
because they were doing construction. Right.
Yeah.
All right, dude. And if you fall off, you're falling off the mountain. Okay.
No guardrail?
There was no rail. No
geez, I
guardrails.
can't do that.
All right. And Noah was driving.
Oh.
All right. Noah did a phenomenal job. All right.
I want
All right. Good stuff, dude. All right. So that's SA chapter number. We're done on those, right? No, we haven't done anything else. All right. Cool. All right. So let's go to metal set number 1, dude. These are our 20th anniversary superhero metal sets. All right. Bam. All right. We got some metal sets. So metal set number 1 includes 3 books. You're getting the Sabine Rich that you see there. I'm assuming these are books that we're bringing in, right? Mm-hmm. This isn't relying on stock that we have. All right. Because some of these covers look very familiar to me.
Yes, these are
okay. Right.
new prints.
Right. So these are going to be brand new metals that we're bringing in. Again, we're in our 20th anniversary. If you're not familiar, Zenoscope is now in our 20th anniversary. We've been around since 2005. We're telling some people in Hagerstown this, and they could not believe it. But yes, we are in our 20th year. I myself have been with Zenoscope for 13 years now. This May will be completed 13 years, and I'm going into my 14th year. I know. 2022, dude. Or 2012, I'm sorry. 2012, I started with you guys. Absolutely fantastic time. Absolutely fantastic company. Best company I've ever worked for. All right, let's go. Metal number 1 is 3 different metals. You get the Sabine Rich that you see there. Ba-bam, ba-bam. You also get the Sabine Rich in the middle. All right, you guys are familiar with these characters. You know what I'm talking what these cosplays are. All right, and then one of my favorites, Thomas Jane movies, who's now been taken over by Barenthal. All right, that Elias, that is Elias. I'm sorry. I was looking at it again. I almost thought it was Paul Green for a second there, but no, it's Elias Chadzudas. So you're getting all 3 of those metals in metal set number 1. Pitch Black will put you down for that. Steve will put you down for that. Eric will put you down for that too as well. Jim Conway, we got you covered too as well. Brian, let me read your thing here. I felt like last year I was on my way to Philly. Amtrak went through some internet-free, nowhere zone place for middle. Brian, I hear what you're saying, dude. All right, you get out in the middle of Pennsylvania, it's like Amish country, dude. It's like once you get past Harrisburg, it's pretty crazy out there. Like from where we are, we're used to like Philadelphia is literally 20 minutes away.
Yeah,
we can ride the subway and be down at a Phillies game in less than 40 minutes, 50 minutes. We could take a ride down to the Link and be down in South Philly. If you drive, maybe 45 minutes. If there's traffic, maybe an hour and 20, that kind of thing. So we can be in Philly. Not that we're not, I don't want to put this like we're big city people. We're not. We live in the burbs. But we're really close to a city, and there's no Amish very close to us. And Wi-Fi always works wherever we are. All right, unless you're in like a dead zone in your house or something like that, that kind of thing. All right, but the Amish country, it is Amish country. You know what I'm talking about, dude. Once you get past Harrisburg, it's in between Pittsburgh and Harrisburg. It's like it's pretty desolate. There's a lot of farm. All right, a lot of farms. I mean, it's pretty out there.
It is.
I'm just saying I can't live out there. There's no way, dude. You couldn't put me out there. You could if I had to go to the mall and the mall is half an hour away, 45 minutes away, I'm moving. All right, I got to be where the action
like
is.
Joe. Joe wants a Wawa.
There's got to be a Wawa.
Wawa, like 10 minutes away.
There's Wawa within 10 minutes of me. There's Popeyes within 10 minutes of me. Giant is within 5 minutes of me. Work is within 15. Love it. You guys picked an outstanding building. All right, let's rock on, dude. All right.
For you and us, not for some others.
What's that?
for you and us.
right. Not so much for
For
everybody
Noah
else.
and
All
Stu.
Let's go to.
It's actually good for pretty much, except for Noah and Stu. It's a little easier for Chris, I think.
I think it's a little easier for Chris. Sarah, maybe not so much.
Well,
Sarah's
she
like,
moved
she's
after
like,
we were already here.
yeah, so she knew what she was doing.
Right.
Yeah,
She
she's
moved
made a
after
mistake.
we already
Yeah,
moved into this
I think
building.
Stu's probably the person that's most upset.
Yeah, he got
He seems to
screwed.
point that out. But then again, Stu's upset about a lot of things these
He
days.
missed.
All right.
It's much further.
Yeah,
from
I got
here.
a bone to pick with Stu. All right, dude. Stu didn't load the van when we were leaving
Aw.
for Hagerstown. All right. I feel like Stu's shirking. I got a bone to pick with Stu tomorrow when I see him. He and I are gonna have words.
Joey should have did the van.
Joey should have stepped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Stu would have. If Stu would have said so, I'm like, "Hey, Joey, load the van." All right. So not only is I
Maybe
loading the
he
van,
did.
then we had to go deliverance,
Maybe
driving,
he did.
and then we unload the van. But I can tell you right now, the load in and the load out was real easy at Hagerstown.
Well, that's good.
The people were super
We
good.
were in a dome.
You were in a dome in Jersey.
Yeah, so you had to go in that airlock so that you go in, they
Okay.
close the thing, the other one, and then they open the other one so you can go out. And when you come back in, you go into the room,
Okay.
the door's shut, they close the door,
Right.
then they open it and let you in once it's. I don't like it. My ears kept popping, coming in and out.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done the one that you've done. There was a con that I did over in New Jersey. I can't remember what town it was in. It wasn't Trenton, but it was like it was literally right off the turnpike, like right really close to the airport. Like once you get past the airport, it's right there,
Okay.
right on the left hand side of the turnpike as you're going right up. I'll think of it. Anyway, all right, that's metal set number 1. Let's rock on to metal set number 2. All right, metal set number 2 is a Z-rated set. All right, $250. You are getting these 3 books in a metal. All right, I can tell you right now, first of all, we have never done any of these as a metal before. But bam, looks like a Paul Green special to me. Paul Green across the board. All right, you know the characters that are in there. Little my man. First, that's another movie, another superhero movie I love. So I saw that Noah put out there earlier on Facebook.
Yeah.
What is your favorite hero movie?
I got him down at the bottom of the screen right now.
All right, so there you go, dude. So VIPs is it VIPs or was it just everybody?
VIPs.
All right, so Watchmen, I love Watchmen. V for Vendetta, love it. Incredibles is one of the
I love
funniest.
the Incredible.
Oh, Incredibles is so freaking funny, dude. Isn't that who's the dad? Isn't that what is his name? I love him though. Oh, I love Incredibles, period. And then the woman too, the woman that plays the wife, she's great. Oh, dude, Incredibles is just really, really great. The concept is phenomenal. And I think Samuel L. Jackson plays Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Where is my super suit?
Right. That movie, I'm a big fan of Incredibles. But if I got to go favorite hero movie, all right, Di, start thinking about your favorite superhero movie of all time.
Oh, I don't
I got to go Batman 2, dude. I got to go Batman 2 with Heath Ledger.
Oh, I'm
All right.
going Dark
Holly
Knight.
Hunter. Kelly, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Craig Nelson. Love Craig Nelson, dude. Huge fan of Craig Nelson. Thanks, Dave. I got to go the one with Heath Ledger as Joker.
The Dark
Batman
Knight.
2. It's a Dark
the
Knight.
Dark Knight Rises?
I think that's Dark
The
Knight.
Dark Knight, yeah. That was
Dark Knight
a
Rises with the
cool
Bane.
one. Oh, I love
Which is good.
Bane.
I like that one too, but I would say that's my least favorite of those 3. So Noah and I, when we were on the road, we were between Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock
Okay.
and Batman 2 with Ledger. Those 2, probably 1 and 2, are like, it's like 1 and 1A for me. I love the vulnerability of Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2, the character of Doc Ock, where he starts good, then he goes bad, and then he gets good again at the end. The fact that Mary Jane, that whole component there or whatever. I don't want to give away the movie if you haven't seen it. But I love her at the very end of the movie. I think she's absolutely fantastic. Just the characters in the Doc Ock Spider-Man. But then we also were in agreement that the best Spider-Man himself is Garfinkel, is Andrew. Is it Garfield?
Mhm.
Garfield, I'm sorry. So Andrew Garfield, I feel, is the
See,
better
I
Spider-Man.
don't like.
You don't like Andrew Garfield?
No.
Oh, I thought he was phenomenal, dude. I'm not a fan of Tom Holland. There's something about Tom Holland that just annoys me.
Yeah, kick his ass.
I think some of the movies that he's done are fantastic, But I feel like like Iron Man, like what's his name, is carrying him a little bit in some of them.
Right.
And then I thought Andrew Garfield was really, really excellent in 1, and then 2 is 100%. Andrew Garfield is underrated, dude. Not that Tobey Maguire's bad. I think he's excellent.
I actually like Tobey Maguire better.
You like Tobey Maguire best?
Those Spider-Man movies better.
Well, the first one, William Dafoe, is very, very good. It's very good. It's possibly one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. And then you go into the Doc Ock one, to me, and I think that's incredible. You know what I mean? I'm not putting it up there with like Star Wars type of movie,
Right.
but I put it up there as far as greatest superhero movies. The Spider-Man 2 or even Spider-Man 1, again, with Tobey Maguire, whether it's Willem Dafoe, I think the villains make it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing that Noah and I kept going back and forth to, is the villains make it. Heath Ledger in
He was
right.
spectacular.
Heath Ledger's over the top incredible.
Yeah, he was.
He's right. He's not good. He is beyond fantastic. He is such a great actor, and he is a great, great villain. And then you've got all those phenomenal sub characters too, as well. And then the first one, of course, it's Liam Neeson, and I love Liam Neeson, dude. I am a huge, huge fan of Liam Neeson too, as well. Emma Stone is Gwen Stacy. Couldn't agree with you more. Big fan. Toby's is 60. Right. Yeah, there it is right there. So it depends on what you like. You know what I mean? It's 60
Right.
Spider-Man versus like I like Garfield because I thought Garfield was I thought he played a better nerd. Like he plays a better nerd. He is also taller. You know what I mean? He's more athletic. He did a lot of his own stunts. That was one of the things that Noah and I were talking about, which I really admire.
Well, taller and more athletic isn't like that's not making him nerdy.
They're just there. I was telling Jay.
It's not that he was. I feel like he was nerdier. Okay, what do you
I
got?
was gonna say there are interviews with him where he's like, and again, Camperman is hitting it on the head. 70s college nerd Peter.
Right.
He's a little bit more put together, but like Andrew Garfield himself was a gymnast growing up and was always a Spider-Man fan. So when he got the opportunity, he does like 70-75% of the stunts.
Right.
Any chance that I can be in the Spider-Man suit and jumping off of walls, strapping stuff, floating through the air.
Right.
He's going to do it.
Right.
Again, Spider-Man hitting the head. Totally missing the sarcasm. Garfield was missing the nerd.
I thought Garfield actually played a pretty good nerd. I thought he did. All right, good stuff though. The villains are what makes it though. You know what I mean? That's why,
there.
right?
Yeah.
That's why when you bring up Heath Ledger as when he's arguably one of the greatest villains in any superhero movie, and I would say he is the greatest villain in any superhero.
I will say, dude, if you get some time,
What do you got?
within maybe the last year or last 2 years, they released Heath Ledger's diary that he was keeping while preparing for the role of Joker.
Right.
And you can see, like, he really gets into it.
I heard that. So I heard like so there's the one guy or whatever, like he like the older guy when they're at the dinner party, and I guess he brings the razor up and he's like really close to me. He's like, "You want to know how I got these scars?" And the guy was like, "I thought he was going to cut me in half. I thought he was going to kill me." Because he was like, he was that much of a psychopath. I thought he was going to kill me right there on set, and I was literally scared for my life. Like he was that. I don't know. I felt like he gave that kind of a performance as Joker. Rest his soul. Big fan. All right, good stuff, dude. Let's move on to the showcase, dude. All right, these showcases. We've been doing these every stream. This is an Al Rio oldie but a goodie. All right, my man's gonna want one of these died. You know what to put down, right? Do I have to spell his name out?
Yeah.
All right. So again, the 20th anniversary showcase. It is limited to 20 copies. These are sequentially numbered. The artwork is by Al Rio. It is printed on Grim Fairy Tales 92. I want to say that is a cover. I want to say it was Grim 1. I don't know. It's certainly an oldie but a goodie. I can't remember what cover it was.
I think it is an homage to number 1,
right?
But it is actually Grim 50.
It's Grim 50. All right. I knew it was a big one. All right. Heath was good and everything. I 100% agree with you, Camperman. Heath Ledger, fantastic actor. I feel like we were cheated out on his movies after that. All right, so again, showcase for $50 if you're interested in that bad boy. We've been doing these 20th anniversary showcases. I can tell you right now, they sell out each and every time we do them. We definitely cannot do a double up on this. No way, no how. All right, so the showcase is $50. These are homage covers to what we've been doing for the past 20 years. This one happens to be an homage to Al Rio. We've done homages to Ebas, other phenomenal cover artists that we have had that are, doing absolutely phenomenal covers for us. Al Rio is a gentleman that we actually lost, I think, a couple of years after we started as a publisher. God rest his soul, Al Rio. Just, again, phenomenal cover work, Al Rio. Al Rio is the original, I want to say. He is where we started as a company. He and Talent Caldwell, some of those early phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal covers. Al Rio was doing a cover for us every single time that we did a Grim Fairy Tales, right from Jump Street. So again, this is an homage to Al Rio. Again, so if you're interested in that bad boy, put it into the notes. All right, let's rock on. Let's go to the mystery. We are doing mystery envelopes, dude. Buy 2, get 1 free, dude. All right. So these are 2024 mystery envelopes. We are doing, you buy 2 for $70, you get 1 free. Okay. So you can do these times 3. You can do these times 6. Okay. So basically you buy 2, you get 1 free. They're normally $30 or $35. We're doing this where you buy 3. It's 3 for $70. You do the math. So again, these are 2024 mystery envelopes. We're going to be taking some of these mystery envelopes to the conventions that we go to. So if you're interested in catching on the mystery envelopes, so Rob, I'm just going to assume that you're looking for the mystery times 3 right there, because again, you're buying 2 and you're getting 1 free. But if you're interested in mystery times 2, that would mean you're getting 6 mystery envelopes. So that would be 140 for that, and you would get 6 for 140. All right. So again, Scott knows. Scott always rocks out the mystery envelopes, and then tortures us with the fact that he's opened up very few of them, and so forth. Scott also brought it out to me too. And when he was in Austin, he sold more books at Austin than he bought at Austin, which was cracking me up, dude. I was like, dude, you're cleaning house on us. I like this, dude. Scott was absolutely cracking me up when we were in Hagerstown. So again, the mystery envelope, you're getting times 3. You buy 2, get 1 free. You're buying 2 for $70. You're basically getting 3 for the cost of $70 if you're interested in that. All right. Are there going to be mystery? I don't think so, dude, because we're already into 2025. No. Right now, I think one of the reasons why we slowed down on the mystery envelopes is we had a decent amount of 2024 mystery envelopes left. When we did 2023, I want to say we only had like 60, 80, maybe like 120 left at the end of the year. We had considerably more than that from 2024 and so forth. But once we sell out of 2024s, there's a very good chance maybe we bring them back for 2026, that kind of thing. But obviously, we got to get rid of some stock before we do it again. All right, Noah, where would you like to go here? Would you like to go to our sponsors? Would you like to?
I think we got the sponsors covered because we showed them in the intro.
All right. I like it.
But
do you want to do? Go ahead.
Well, I put names together for a snail race. That would be the snail race prize.
All right, so we got a little Mike Chrome special edition foil 100 print run something little superhero something.
Yeah, if you want to show it.
All right, yeah, we'll do. Yeah, you want to do that right now? All right, let's do that right now. All right, and then also too, I definitely want to talk about the what we have coming up in upcoming events too. Maybe you want to do that after we do the races.
Or
you got those prepped?
You can do that while I get the names.
All right, so let's do that. So, what's the first thing we want to talk about that's coming up on the schedule? All right, so let's talk about the road show, dude. I had alluded to this earlier. All right, first and foremost, we are going anywhere and everywhere for Free Comic Book Day. All right, and we got Hala going out, dude. Hala's going to a store, and Hala's going to be signing books. All right, it's off the chain. Okay, dude. So the store that Hala is doing is not on this list. Scott, if you could put in the notes. The store that Scott Hala is going to be at a store signing copies of Cinderella Princess of Death. All right, dude? Because not only did Scott contribute on story, he is in the book, dude. All right? The story is by Dave Franchini, David Wall, Pat Shan, Kyle McLaughlin. I'm talking to you, dude. Kyle, there's going to be a Free Comic Book Day. I'm going to send you somewhere next year. All right? Kang, my man Kang, Scott Holla, Peter Neal, Stephen Ponsler. Stephen, if you want to do a shop up in Washington next year, dude, I got you covered. All right, Scott Cookson. We can send the Cooksons to a store and have them sign books, dude, next year for Free Comic Book Day. If the Cooksons want to do it. Abby Manis contributing to the story. And then my main man, Michael Farry, can also sign this book too as well. That is Cinderella, Princess of Death. All right. So Scott Hall is going to be at a shop. Scott, did you put it down? There it is. Bell Books and Comics in Dayton, Ohio. For those of you that go out for Free Comic Book Day, all right, we are expanding our horizons. We are not only going to be in Dayton, Ohio with Scott Holla, we're going to be out in California and Fullerton at Comic Hero U. That is going to be my man, David Wall. I am traveling down to Battlegrounds. I'll come back to that store in a minute. AA Comics and Cards. That is going to be Alex. Diane's fantastic daughter. Uncanny in Plymouth Meeting, PA. That is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, Joe B., our fearless leader, is going to be rocking Uncanny. We're also going to be doing Showcase Comics too as well. I think that is Sam, if I'm not mistaken. Di's daughter, Sam, is going to be doing Showcase Comics. We are also doing New Wave Comics. My main man, Jay. They are up in, why can't I think? I think it's Skip Back.
Skip Back.
Yes,
yeah.
they're in Skip Back. Up in Skip Back, that's going to be Sam the Man. Geo is going to be up there too as well. Noah is going to be signing books at Comic Universe. All right, that is in Folsom, PA. Captain Blue Hen is Sarah is going down to Captain Blue Hen. For those of you that have not been to Captain Blue Hen down in Delaware, that is an absolutely fantastic shop. Joe Murray down there, just an absolutely fantastic job with that shop. Just big fan. I would tell you right now, that shop is off the chain. All right. Comic Hero U, again, out on the California coast. Fullerton, David Wall is going to be there, and he's going to be signing books. And then Stu, the man, the myth, the legend, Stu is going to be doing Evil Empire. All right. And that is all this Saturday. All right. For those of you that are interested in going down to Georgia with me, in Dalton, Georgia, Battlegrounds, I'm going to have Jen Leonard, and she's going to be signing copies of her exclusive. Do we have that, Noah? Her exclusive, like we can bop it up on the screen. So Jen Leonard's going to be signing the book. She'll be signing for free. The book itself will be $30 down there. I've also got some free books that Jen can sign down there. And then I've got other books that are like $5 or $5.99 that Jen can sign too as well. Some older pinup stuff. There's the book right there that Jen is going to be signing copies of. Slamming, dude. First of all, I can't wait to meet Jen in person. One time I think we did an interview with Jen Leonard. She is just a delightful gal. I can't wait to meet her for the first time, I should say, in person. And then we're also going to have Greg Bo Watson there too as well. And I'm going to have a metal book for Greg Bo Watson that he's going to be signing down there for free too as well. And I've also got books that Greg Bo can sign too on the side. Yeah, so not only going to have the book for Jen Leonard, I'm going to have Greg Bo Watson. I'm going to have some deals on other exclusives down there. Of course, our graphic novels. I'm going to have a kids section. I'm looking to set up like a convention style. All right. So again, we're going to be jam-packed this Saturday. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic time. If you can join us at any one of these locations, we would love for you guys to come out. I think it was Stephen Jeffers was emailing me today, telling me he's going to make a ride up to Dalton, Georgia, to come see me at Battlegrounds. So again, we're literally. Oh, and the other thing is I sent some books to the comic collection in Feasterville. For those of you that are right in our neck of the woods too, the comic collection will have free books. I sent those over to Dave Schwartz. So he's going to be doing some giveaways there too as well. It's going to be fantastic. I'm trying to think of, we already talked about Scott Holler's store. So if this really works out well with Scott, and then also obviously if they're interested in doing other stores next year for Free Comic Book Day, we're going to add on even more and more stores next year. What do you got, Di?
Me and Danny are going to be downstairs in the.
Oh, that's right. Lobby. So Di and Danny. All right. Danny, first of all, is the all-world Russia basketball player. All right, dude. She is taking the legacy onto a new plateau. All right, dude. You get a chance to meet Danny, chance to meet Di. If you would like to come into the office at Zenoscope, we are here in Huntington Valley. Di's going to be setting up giving up some free books. Are you going to be selling some stuff too down there, Di?
I don't know.
Do you know what you're doing?
I don't know.
You don't know what you're doing. All right, dude, go crazy. Have some fun with
I'll
it, dude.
sell stuff if I feel like it.
All right, dude, go crazy with it, dude. No matter what you do, you and Danny will have fun with that, I'm sure.
Yes.
All right. So Di's going to be rocking it in office. Again, this is going to be Free Comic Book Day on Saturday. Take a look at your stores. Take a look at social media for the times. Again, that will be Saturday, May the 3rd. I believe it is. So May the 3rd is Free Comic Book Day. We are having an unbelievable turnout. We can't wait to rock it out. From my understanding, it'll be available on Free Comic Book Day. Right. Any of that Jim Leonard. I don't think we're going to offer them signed, Tony, because I'm looking to bring down. You know what I might do? Maybe I'll do like 5 or 10 signed and bring them back, and we can sell them at cost. The only thing with when you get books signed by Jim Leonard and it's not witnessed, it will not be gold labeled by CGC. Okay. They'll give you like a green label if you get it graded. Now, obviously, it's a signed comic book. It's still signed by Jen, and you can trust me 1,000% that I'm going to ask Jen to sign. Maybe I'll just have her sign like 5 or 10 of them if I got like 5 or 10 left out of the 100 that I'm bringing down and so forth. It's going to be a $199 print run. All right. And then also we are doing a stream that Sunday. So this is our May the 4th, Revenge of the 6th. May the 4th virtual convention is a one-day stream. This is going to be Joe. All right. This is going to be a chance. Are you doing the stream with Joe?
Yeah, I'm taking the orders.
There's going to be fireworks. All right, dude. For those of you that know the streams that Joe and Di do, all right, Joe does not have the same kind of patience with Di that I do. Joe doesn't do the banter with Di. They are a married couple.
He irritates me when he's on.
Well, Di, I understand where you're coming from. Okay, dude. I've known Joe since he was 13. He irritates the heck out of me too sometimes. Okay, dude. I'm really glad that lets me do what I want to do when it comes to sales.
You and Noah
what do you got?
When I'm listening to you and Noah, it's
calm,
nice,
it's relaxing.
I bring you in my ears.
I talk about some shows. I get your input. Have you seen this movie? No, I'm putting it on my list. Have you seen this 30 for 30? No, I haven't seen it yet with Danny, but I want to. You know, it's a casual conversation. If you want some fireworks, all right, there's going to be this Sunday, all right, coming up. Sunday, that is May the 4th. All right, that is our May the 4th stream. You know how we do. We rock out. We do some we do some comic books like that. You know, they're going to be cosplay style. Obviously, we can't do those characters ourselves. We did not. Joe's not business only. That's not what it is. Okay, dude. Joe just has his Joe thing. And then the other thing is Joe does his you know, he bounces around. He does he bounces around a little bit. He's like, die. Do I got to replace you with a computer?
So true. Always threatening.
Right. All right. It's Joe's not cat. Joe is. You know what? Joe is strictly business. That's not a bad call. Eric, trust me. You want to tune in this Sunday? I'm sure this could be. You know what the thing is too? I'm doing a build up on this. And it's gonna watch. It's gonna
suck.
It's gonna be real smooth. All right. Like Joe's gonna be completely patient with Di. He's gonna be like nice and melatonin or whatever. And Di's gonna be like, you know, every once in a while, Di throws something in, you know, and then Joe will actually have a conversation with her. You know, like they love each other, which they're supposed to. You know what I mean? Like I'm building it up to like something that's not going to be. Watch, it's going to go nothing.
It'll be so smooth.
Right? It's going to be hysterical. Antonio, you know what I'm talking about because you've seen these streams before where Joe steps in. Again, I'll be driving back from Dalton, Georgia on Sunday. I'm going to try and do it on a one-day trip. We'll see.
When are you leaving? Friday?
I am leaving on Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Yep. I'm leaving on Thursday.
That's a long drive.
It is. It's like it's 10 hour. It could be a 10-hour, 12-hour drive. I want to break it up.
Are you gonna?
I'm gonna stop on Thursday night. I'm gonna grab a hotel room, and then I'm gonna continue on Friday.
Are you just gonna stop whenever you feel like driving?
Yeah. So I think
I don't have to. You can set yourself up, but I gotta set.
Yeah, I'll set myself up. There's gonna be tons of hotels. There's gonna be plenty of stuff like dives I can stay at on the way down.
But I gotta get you a hotel when you're down there.
Yeah. If you want to set me up with a hotel around Dalton, Georgia, like somewhere like figured wherever Battlegrounds is in Dalton, or I can get it myself. You know what I mean? I'm figuring there's no way that all the hotels are going to fill up around.
You never know.
Antonio, couldn't agree with you more. Joe is hilarious on streams.
Yeah.
I can't say he's the best. Okay, dude. All right. Have you seen me? Have you seen me in action? All right, sir. All right. Just kidding. All right. Let's rock on, Noah. What do we got? What do we got next? Bam! Our retailer stream. It's going to be DZ Comics and Games.
Jeez,
all right.
Louise.
I know, dude. We're gonna be we're tripping it out first week in May, dude. All right, that's gonna be Tuesday. I gotta definitely be back by Tuesday, that's for sure. All right, yeah. Tuesday, May the 6th. That is at 4 p.m. You know how we do our retailer live streams. That's where we introduce some of our Diamond books. All right. For those of you who still worried about Diamond, from what I understand, Diamond has sold to Alliance. And no, it fell through.
I think
It fell through.
Alliance backed out after the
Alliance
election.
what did they back out because of the costs that they were incurring?
I think they were. I don't know what the reason was. But
Oh,
I would have been
no.
like, screw you guys. You don't want my money. I don't want you.
From what I understand, they could have taken a bid that was much higher than what Alliance offered, but they beat the bet on it.
I think they from my limited understanding, I think they accepted
Go ahead.
the bid from the first people.
Okay.
There you go. Alliance backed out.
Alliance backed out. Thanks,
But yeah,
Brian.
so basically Alliance bid on it. They got the bid, and then the Diamond said we want to go with the people who had the second thing, the other folks.
Right,
And then
right.
Alliance started suit. There's like 2 different lawsuits going on. One's for image.
This sounds like a
others for
hot
Alliance.
mess.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, good God. Once again, Diamond doing Diamond things. All right. For those of you that go to local comic shops, and if they're worried about where they're going to get their Zenoscope, give them my email, dude. Give them my email. Give them info of the Zenoscope. Have them contact us directly. We will make sure that Zenoscope is uninterrupted at your store if your store is interested in coming directly to us. All right, because we want to make sure that. So Alliance won the auction, but then Diamond tried to sell to someone else for a higher bid after the auction. Alliance sued and won, but then Alliance backed out. Smart. Well, I don't know. Does that mean that they can go to the ones that they were going to take a higher bid from and still get sued by Alliance? Like, does that still work that way?
Image, I think, also has a lawsuit because they're like, "Hey, you guys owe us a couple."
I'm sure they owe them like tons and tons of money. They owe us quite a bit of money too, as well.
Yes.
This doesn't sound like a good situation. All right, looks like we have some snails. They're ready to rock and roll. Actually, so what we are doing here is, are they heroes?
They are.
Dude, we got a heroes. First of all, there's an absolutely fantastic lineup right there. All right. I am seeing Alex representing right there. Oh, we're ready to rock? All right, let's do it, dude. First of all, let's do a superhero themed kick out. Kind of fast. First of all, dude, I feel like that's almost like a Captain America. I like that.
Yeah,
all
one
right,
up
Jim
top.
Conway. Jim, you have some orange hair and some fantastic blue glasses. Jim, I could see you I could see you rocking that out completely. Rob Carty, I feel like you're rocking the Habs. All right, there you are, right there, dude. That's like a Habs outfit. It's like a female. Is that a female Robin? All right, good stuff, dude. Joey, good work out of you, representing right down in front. Mark LeBrant, Mark, huge shout out to you once again. Thanks for helping us set up. And Austin, we are coming to the close, and Dre is kind of out front. Ponzer's kind of out front. Oh, here comes Hala. Oh, there's Doug Mai. I feel like those are kind of like fantastic four. Antonio is streaking in the Flash. That's almost unfair, dude. But then again, you got to figure Superman's faster than the Flash. Is Superman faster than the Flash, or the Flash is faster?
Flash is faster than Superman.
All right, so the Flash takes it home and gets to pet the dog. So Werner is taking home. Bam! All right, the Mike Chrome. All right, the foil. The book itself, I believe, is Spirit Hunters 11. All right, Werner, you are taking this home. Congrats. All right, dude, I have zero idea what's happening here. Kelly, what we do is, Kelly, if you bought a book in the stream, you were in there. You were in there as a superhero. Brian, yes, you were close. Can we show up the results? Or did you already wipe it out? All right, so let's put up the results. All right, so Doug came in second. Antonio, so close. It's almost like the Cowboys for the last 30 years. So close. All right. Then there's Michael Ferry, Joe Palacios. All right. Carol Crazy Legs. Of course, Carol can run like a champ. Scott, I don't believe it for a second. All right. Scott probably brought out his Woody Woodpecker and came in 7th. And then Brian, like you mentioned, you were close. Pitch Black was right there. Ian was right there too as well, rounding out the top 10. All right. But a congrats to Trent Werner for taking it home.
No, Wonderland.
Or Werner, I'm sorry. Werner Landak, I'm sorry. For taking it home. I never saw my name. Tony, that's probably because you had a superhero that wasn't good.
Hold on, I'll put
Was
up.
Tony Black Widow?
Tony was 31.
Tony, you were 31st, dude. All right, trust me. Every name gets entered, dude. Did you see all those names in there? All right, what is this thing anyway? Oh my goodness, the egg is broken.
Oh my god.
What is this?
That's a dragon egg.
It's a dragon egg?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, did I tell you? So Dean and I are watching Game of Thrones. Do you think it's too early? He's 18, though.
No, he can watch it. He can
18,
watch
he can
it.
watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down to, there's Tony. Tony, do you see your name? You were in there,
Just make
dude.
him cover his eyes at certain parts.
Well, so there's certain parts or whatever he's already said I don't want to watch. But it's not the nudity.
Oh.
It's the something along those lines.
Oh.
I want to try and be politically correct here. All right. So he doesn't want to watch those kind of parts. And the thing is Game of Thrones to me is phenomenal. All right. First 6, 7 seasons, there's certain parts of it or whatever that I thought, they could have done better with. A lot of people are upset with the ending. I'm not quite as upset as everybody with the ending. I don't know.
I have to watch it again.
Right.
I think.
But I can tell you, there's certain
I
episodes
was
to me.
upset at the
Like,
ending.
yeah, like Dean's already, when what's his name gets his crown of gold by Jason Momoa,
Mhm.
he's like, "Oh my God, Dad," and I'm like, "I know," and I can tell you right now, they invent ways or great ways to kill people in Game of Thrones that are over the top, like way over the top. It's phenomenal. All right, right, Red Wedding, 100% Mark, good stuff, dude. My favorite has to be the Viper in the Mountain, dude. With what's his name? The guy that plays Mandalorian.
Baker.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal battling the Mountain. That fight scene is over the top, and then Tyrion before that and after that, just really, really good stuff. All right. Anyway, Gary, gotta watch Game of Thrones if you've never seen it. It is some of the best TV ever done. All right, good stuff, dude. What do we got left after that? Do we have anything left?
We're done.
We are done. We're out. All right. So first and foremost, I want to say a huge thank you to all you guys for bearing with us through our technical difficulties. I got to say a huge thanks to Noah. All right. Noah, you're the man, dude. You set it all up, dude. You hang in there. Not only that, and you're a superhero for helping the old man in friggin' Hagerstown, dude. All right, dude. I was just there. I was lending a hand. All right, dude. Got to say a huge thanks to Di as always. Welcome back to Di. We missed you on the last time out. I think we had Sam. We had Sam one stream, and I think we had Alex.
Yeah, Sam Gio was the VIP one.
Yeah, Sam did great. We went off without a hitch for the VIP stream, which was an absolutely fantastic time. All right, so again, just a friendly reminder, we're going to be rocking out Free Comic Book Day this Saturday. Stay tuned to our social media or whatever for locations that we're going to. Scott Holla is going to be doing one for us in Dayton, Ohio. Huge shout out to my man Scott. Can't thank you enough for doing that. We sent out your books today. I think the tablecloth went. I want you to know that I had nothing to do with what was sent other than giving Stu a list of to do. All right. So I'm hoping that everything went that was supposed to go. All right. All right. And again, thanks so much to you guys. I really appreciate you guys dropping in, buying what you did, sticking with us, doing a little discussion on the movies that we talked about, villains, TV shows, and all that jazz. I always appreciate having a conversation with you guys. Hopefully you guys find this entertaining because that's exactly what we're trying to do. Thanks so much. Until next time. Later, Gators.